What's up, dudes? My name is Nick. Welcome back for another music video reaction. As we finally, this time it is the actual official debut of Stray Kids. Previously it was the pre-debut, which I thought was the official, was like the debut, and then everyone told me it wasn't. And then it was the pre-debut song, which I thought was the debut, and then everyone told me it wasn't. But now this is the actual official debut. So going forward, all I have to worry about is whether or not I'm listening to a pre-release song or not. So that's also a thing, but maybe they'll do a pre-release as well. Who the heck knows? But Stray Kids is here, potentially at the moment for me one of the more interesting groups from JYP musically, one of the better ones, or at least one that I have enjoyed the most in recent times. So I'm very, very interested to hear what they've got with this song. So I'm going to do what I do in all of my videos here, and I'm going to listen to this song. I'm going to give you guys my honest first impression, thoughts, and opinions on it, whether I like this song or not. So if you want to hear more real stuff like that, then click on the subscribe button down below, you know, to hear what I have to say about other K-pop releases. And of course, do not forget to watch this video all the way to the end if you want to be able to get my full thoughts on this song. So with all that being said, let's get the song started. Uh-oh, they're escaping from jail. It's a jailbreak. It's a good song from the 80s, Jailbreak, by the way. Just check it out. Okay, I'm digging the drums. There we go, okay. I like this. We got a little bit of electric guitar and all that with the whole music track, and then we're adding a little bit of the, I was gonna say wubs, like you would in dubstep, but it's not necessarily exactly that, but definitely cool. Dude, I love the guitar, dude. It's just kind of like building a little bit of, I don't know, adding a little bit of tension, feel like a little bit of tension, which I suppose fits because, you know, the idea, at least with the music video, is I believe like they're being chased because they're escaping. It's a sick flow though, it's a pretty good flow. I like it, dude. The verses, like I just said, right, with that guitar bit, you know, the verses feel a little tense, you know, and then it just completely opens up for the chorus. You know, all of that like tension and anxiety that you might feel, you know, it just gets released for that chorus. And then this part, then you kind of get the moment, you get the opportunity to rock out a little bit and just jam to the song. I like this quite a lot. Why do they need burned out cars in the background as the backdrop for that? I don't. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, man. But like fire and smoke, always a good way to set the atmosphere, set the mood, so to speak. So I like that they're just the closing scene. They're just walking in back and forth through that opening in the fence. There's no actual like plot with that whole thing. It's just a cool look, dude. They're walking through with all kinds of attitude, and like, yeah, we're badass, walking through that opening in the fence. Anyway, of course, similar to listening to Elevator, and I'm blanking on what the name of the previous on the pre-release was. Elevator was the pre-release. Yeah, I like the song. It's definitely very, very, very good. You know, finally, you know, JYP has got a boy group that like feels authentic when they bring a little bit of music with a little bit of attitude, which is good, because GOT7 has tried, and I don't think that it fits with GOT7. At least GOT7 has not had good songs to do that, in my opinion. But Stray Kids, on the other hand, they're coming right out the gate with this kind of stuff, which is, you know, setting the tone for the rest of their career at this point, and they're doing a really, really good job with it. This song in particular, some of the stuff that I enjoyed about it, of course, I'm kind of just me and the way and the music that I grew up listening to, and the stuff that I enjoyed before getting all the way into K-pop like I am currently. I loved, you know, rock and roll and metal and all that stuff. You know, I grew up listening to 80s, you know, hair metal and all that kind of stuff because of my parents. So I'm a little bit of a sucker for a little bit of guitar in any song. It's always going to add some, you know, atmosphere and a little bit of, you know, something to it that's going to kind of resonate with me on a personal level, because I enjoy the sound of some guitar. You know, whether it's you know, just a clean electric guitar or a little bit of a distorted guitar, I definitely dig it. I really enjoy the crunchy sound of the guitar in this song. As I kind of explained a little bit explained the whole sort of progression of I guess feelings in this song. You know, during the verses in the first half of the song, because it's kind of is, you know, if you look at every song sort of being like a sort of a story, so to speak. You know, you start at one point and you kind of build up to a chorus, which is a climax, or one of the climaxes, and you kind of have a little bit of, you know, coming down, and then you build up once again through the verse up to another climax in the story, another turning point in the story, and you come back down, you have a little bit of resolution and stuff like that. You get your final climax, then the resolution to the end of the story. Just in general, kind of comparing the flow of a song generally to what a, you know, story would be in like a book or something like that. And so the first couple of verses in this song, I thought were really, really kind of like tense feeling, you know, like, of course, they kind of start out the music video kind of like hinting or just kind of giving the example, alluding to the fact that these guys are escaping. I'm assuming from District 9 or something like that. You know, they're just escaping from jail, from their confinement. They crashed the bus through the invisible wall. So that's really the end of that story as far as, you know, everything's concerned. But the verses, as they were, you know, kind of doing their thing, setting the tone for now they're gonna break out, you know, feels a little tension, you know, with that guitar riff that's going. It feels, you know, tense. It adds a little bit of an anxiety, a feeling of anxiousness, at least as I listen to it. And then the chorus with the much more, you know, open and it's not necessarily less, you know, crunchy sounding guitar, but the guitar and the music track just definitely feels a lot more open and big, and you get more, you know, vocals, of course, that are more powerful and you know, and just more open, more sung vocals instead of, you know, rapped lines and stuff like that, which then just adds a little bit more of a sense of like freedom to it, you know, just opens up, you know, all of that tension and anxiety that they set with the verse, then it gets opened up in the chorus, and then you have a little bit of an after chorus, like a bridge or, you know, whatever, which then transitions back into another verse, which then kind of, you know, sets the tone for something else, kind of a way to bridge that gap nicely between something that feels super, super open to something that kind of feels a little bit constrained and, you know, makes you feel a little nervous potentially. And I definitely like that sort of flow through the song, the way that they kind of, you know, shape the feeling of the song from part to part is definitely very, very interesting. I like it a lot. It's something that you don't necessarily get too frequently, or it's not as, I guess, apparent and obvious in songs in that way. You know, like you always, you know, to a certain extent, get these, you know, as you transition from a verse into a chorus, you know, you get a transition that kind of builds a little anticipation for what's going to come in the chorus, but you don't really kind of get that in the context of like the entire verse is the thing that leads up to the payoff of the chorus. It doesn't normally happen that way. And, you know, I think that that was actually kind of something that stood out to me specifically in this song. And I mean, that is probably actually the main reason why I really enjoyed this song. Like, it's definitely a much more interesting ride to follow, much more interesting song to follow from start to finish than a lot of other K-pop songs that have been released within the last year or so. So that's what I got to say. Stray Kids, District 9, super killer song, very interesting, and I'm definitely very eager to listen to this song some more and continue to pick out stuff that I like about it. So there might be a song review video coming up within the next, you know, little bit. So keep an eye out for that. But until then, that's all I got to say for this song. So I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. We're building a community here that is all about having some free and open discussion about our thoughts and opinions. So don't be afraid to share what you think. And of course, if you want to join the community here, where we talk about, we'll just share whatever was on our mind, then click on the subscribe button down below. And if you want to make sure that you do not miss a single video, then there is also, next to that subscribe button, a little bell icon. So if you click that, you can turn on notifications so that you will not miss a single video that I upload in the future. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.